So I did one of these videos about 6 months ago, and it's just kind of something I like to do every 6 months or so, or annually. Just kind of look back and see where I'm at for my liquid net worth. I don't own any real estate or anything like that, so it's really all I have. Um, but yeah, so finished up the year. I took this screenshot back on December 31st. Um, and I was at $489,000, which I'm very happy with. Um, yeah, I, as you can see, kind of saved up a fair bit amount of money over the past year, $180,000. Um, both, savings from my job, but also just power of investing. Right now, actually, I just looked again today. Just figured I'd take a quick look. I kind of shifted some things around in some accounts, so I had to reattach them to this like Credit Karma app. And today I actually surpassed $500,000. So thought it was a cool milestone to share. Um, Even though it's a few days after the new year, this is where I was at the end of the year. But yeah, overall, extremely happy. That's a major milestone. I'm extremely grateful. And feel lucky to be in this type of position. And yeah, just wanted to kind of recap, look at a few things from my dashboard, over like how I got here, maybe, and uh, yeah, look at some of like the information, how I did with my goals, and show off what some of my goals are for this upcoming year to hopefully continue to see my net worth increase at a similar fashion. Be great to do another 180,000 this year. We'll see though. So yeah, I just kind of look back, and I went back to my video on that I did 6 months ago, and really, I mean, I feel like everything's stayed the same. First things first, like when you think about your net worth, it's really like what you own versus what you owe. Plain and simple. So the more you own, and then you're going to have a positive net worth, as long as you own more than what you owe to whoever, whether that's through debt, or anything like that, loans, mortgages, etc. Um, the faster you pay that stuff off, the more your net worth will continue to grow. So these were my main takeaways 6 months ago when I reflected, and I don't think that really anything's changed. Uh, you know, invest as much as you can in 401k and Roth IRA. At least take advantage of your employer match. I think it always starts with that. Um, I always think of it as paying your future self first, rather than necessarily paying, more taxes to the government. I'm all for it, but I also like to save as much money as possible. So um, I feel like that's my way of paying future me for the work that I'm doing today. Live below your means. Don't buy absurd things. you know, Buy a used car. You don't need a new one. Buy one that's 2 years old. It'll be depreciated in value by $15,000. And it runs just the same. You don't always need the new phone or anything like that, unless you really need it. But yeah, just find ways to not really splurge on stuff that is really just material at the end of the day. And like I just said, pay off all your debts and loans as soon as possible. I did that right after college. And don't carry over credit card debt. That's insane. I mean, obviously, recent news trying to cut the interest rate down to below 10%, or 10% is the maximum. But, right now it can go absurd. It can be 20%, and you'll never make that in a short time frame in the stock market unless you get lucky. So, yeah, I just kind of treat my credit card like it's a debit card. Like I need to have the money in my account in order to use it. And then next thing is really just a matter of, for career purposes, kind of know and understand the field that you're going into. It's totally fine if you don't want to make a lot of money in certain fields and you love what you do. Great. Who cares? But if you're interested in, you know, getting to $1 million, getting to $10 million, whatever it might be, you have to know what type of field you're going into, and how to make more money at the end of the day. Learn skills that help improve that and get you into positions where you can earn more income. Um, and then get comfortable with having those conversations with management or your bosses, and ask for raises, and work hard in order to ask for raises, and have proof that you're capable of a job or position that requires more effort and therefore a higher salary. And then obviously understanding your spending habits. That's something that I've been working on a lot. I feel like I've become more aware, especially through my little dashboard that I have on tracking my expenses every month, knowing where things stand. So I would say those are the major takeaways when I think about net worth and how to increase it year over year. Again, pretty pumped about hitting $500,000 at the beginning of January. We'll see where the end of the year gets. Yeah, and I'll just jump through a little bit of information here. You know what? We'll just do this. So yeah, at the end of 2025, these were my goals. I hit each one of them. And as you can see, I'm starting to track my annual breakdown on how much I'm investing. So I invested a little over 30%. This isn't including some of my other accounts like HSA and all of that. But this is an easy way to continue to grow your wealth and your net worth by investing 20% or more of your income. Obviously, you can see my salary history. I've gotten myself, have been very fortunate to get myself into position to earn more year over year. We'll see if that continues this year, but yeah, finding jobs that pay well, and learning the skills that are needed in order to get those positions, and going from there. Overall, same idea going into this new year. My goals for 2026 are very similar. Investing $40,000 year or for the year, over the next 12 months. Investing 25,000 into each of these two positions as kind of these core positions within my brokerage account, hitting 350,000 in total investments by end of year, within my main accounts like my 401ks and brokerage account and Roth IRA and Roth 401k. And then final one was opening a high yield savings account, which I already did. But I always appreciate kind of hitting a goal. I feel like once you've hit a goal, it's easier to continue hitting future goals. It's the same concept as like making your bed in the morning, starting with some sort of success. I find that helps me a lot. Once I've hit something, once I've checked something off the box, I feel like it becomes easier to hit the other things that I need to do. And then I added in these little percentage point spots so I can see how close I am to my goal. It's just a little subtle reminder of where I'm at and how far I need to go. And then overall goals for my 30s, hit $600,000 in investments. I think that would be really cool. Obviously, I'm trying to buy a house. So that's going to cut down on my savings, which is kind of quote unquote my sinking fund, so to speak. Right there, have all that money so I can put a large down payment on a home, and go from there. And then I have my emergency fund checking account, sort of situated so that I'm covered. And then bridge account for early retirement. That's kind of what this whole goal is, this entire dashboard. And then my retirement accounts. But yeah, that's really all there is to it. This is where my account stands as of this moment. And yeah, we'll see where things go. Just wanted to make a quick little video, to dive through a little bit more on where I was at for my net worth. do quick little videos like this every year. I don't think 6 months is really necessary, but every year I'll do one, just to kind of update everyone where I'm at. And if I think of any other tips on um, how to do this, I'll continue to add them. But I really do think it's as simple as this: invest as much as you can, live below your means, pay off debt. If you just do those three things, you're gonna continue to see your net worth grow. But yeah, that's it. So appreciate you checking in. Hope everyone else had a good year, positive year with their net worth. Would love to hear kind of where people are at, at what age. Right now, I'm 30 years old. I don't think I mentioned that, but yeah, always fun to hear kind of where people are at, and kind of celebrate success when it's there. So cool. Appreciate you watching, and see you guys soon. Peace.